Hello and namaste. This is Samita ma'am. Let's get started. Our first question is, the phonemic transcription of the word sheep is, and we have 4 options. Let me tell you in brief. Let's talk about option number A. While talking about this very sign, it is sound, okay, which is voiceless. You can find this sound in terms of S-H-E-C. And let me tell you about this very sign, or let's say symbol, okay. It is, very short sound. Okay, very short sound means beat. It has, this beat has very short vowel sound. And last one is paw sound, okay, which sounds like pen, okay. So after going through this very option number A, we can say that yes, it accurately represents how sheep is pronounced. That's why option number A is correct for this question. In question number 50, the question is like this: I dash in this city since 2010. Let me tell you in brief. Since plus point of time. 2010 is your point of time. Whenever there is since plus point of time, okay, since plus point of time, then you need to go for the, okay, implication of present perfect tense, because present perfect means it has, the fusion of this time frame, okay. One is past and another is present. Present, we are in 2025, and okay, the question is talking about 2010. Let me read the question once again. I dash in this city since 2010. I have lived in this city since 2010 means he is living in this city since 2010 to till today 2025. Okay, so it has the fusion of past time plus present time. When there is fusion of past plus present time, then you have to go for the implication of present perfect tense, right? So have lived is the correct answer for this. In question number 51, let me read. Each of the boys dash on a medal. Now let me say you something. Yes, A N is in. This is indefinite pronoun, okay. Indefinite pronoun such as yes stands for someone, somebody, something. A stands for anyone, anybody, anything. Similarly, N stands for no one, nobody, nothing, and none. Last one, E stands for everyone, everybody, everything, and the last one, each. Whenever these indefinite subject, okay, appear, okay, as a subject in a sentence, then your subject becomes singular. So each means, it stands for singular subject, or let's say each of the boys, okay, we can say each of the boys, it stands for singular subject, and we know the formula, singular subject takes singular verb. So let me see singular verb. This is plural, right? This is plural, this is plural. So the correct answer is has. Let me read the answer once again. Each of the boys has won a medal. In question number 52, she said to me, please open the window, right? And options are, she told me open the window. Number B, she requested me to open the window. Number C, she asked me open the window. And the last option is, she begged me open window. Now look at here. In this very question, our said to, all right, this is, transformed into requested, all right, because this very please determines it as a request. So I have changed this set to into requested. And please open, okay, I have taken this please open to open. Okay, I have replaced it. Now look at here. She requested me to open the window. All right, the meaning is same. You can't change the meaning. Okay, you must establish the same meaning. That's why she requested me to open the window. Question number 53. No sooner had he arrived than it started to rain. Options are simple, compound, complex, compound, complex. Let me, break down, this sentence. No sooner had he arrived. Okay. No sooner had he arrived than it started to rain. Okay. Here is a fusion of one dependent sentence and one independent sentence, or we can also say one main clause, that is it started to rain, and another one subordinate clause, that is no sooner had he arrived. If there is fusion of one main clause and another subordinate clause, then it makes your sentence, complex. That's why no sooner had he arrived than it started to rain is a complex sentence. Let's do question number 54. The question is like this. I saw him crossing the road. Options are subject plus verb plus gerund, verb plus object plus present participle, verb plus object plus infinitive, and the last option is subject plus verb plus object plus present participle. Let me break down all this. Okay, I stands for subject, saw stands for verb, him stands for object, and crossing stands for present participle, or let's say verb form. So we can say option number D is correct for this question. Neither the teacher nor the students dash present today. Neither the teacher nor the students. Let me tell you. In this case, in terms of neither nor, either or, not only but also, you have to go, or you have to consider second subject as a real subject, because in terms of neither nor, there will be two more subjects. Neither carries one nor carries another. So you just ignore your very first subject and just consider your second subject as your real subject. And if your subject is singular, then please keep singular verb. And if your subject is plural, then you have to supply plural verb. Now let's do neither the teacher nor. Now you need to ignore all this part. Just quote it. Now your real, subject is the students, right? And it is plural. Your subject is plural. So we need plural verb. Is is singular, has been is singular, was is singular, are is plural. That's why neither the teacher nor the students are present today. All right? In question number 56, if you had studied harder, you dash the test. This question is from conditional sentence. Okay, let me find out the question. If you had studied, if clause has had plus verb 3. If clause has had plus verb 3, then it stands for third conditional sentence, right? It is third conditional sentence. Third conditional sentence is composed of had plus verb 3 in terms of if clause. And in terms of main clause, there will be either would or could or might. But you must follow have plus verb 3 there. So let me see, if you had studied harder, you need, would, could, might, means you need to choose one. Yes, it has would, and have, this is mandatory, go for have, and then you need verb 3. So here is past. Let me read, if you had studied harder, all right, you would have passed the test. 57. I want him dash here by 10 a.m. I want him dash here by 10 a.m. right? So here, in terms of want, in terms of this verb, okay, if there is person after this want, then you need to keep 2 plus base verb. Okay, your 2 plus base verb is determined by this want. Okay, so this is the structure for this question number 57. Follow this structure: want plus person plus 2 plus base verb. If, then it will be I want him to be here by 10 a.m. 58. Do not leave the door open. Let me explain these 4 options clearly. The very first option is let the door not be open. Not be open. Look at here. Not be and open. This is not in structure, right? So it looks awkward and unnatural. Similarly, the door is not opened. Okay, it's not a command. And number D, leave the door closed. All right, this is positive command, not a prohibition like the our original. So the option number C is correct. The door must not be left open because it has same meaning. Okay. In question number 59, C is good dash mathematics. Okay, it is from prepositions, all right, mainly from fixed preposition. Now let's explore some fixed preposition. Okay, C is good at mathematics because we put at after good in terms of skills or of abilities. Just like as there is good too. Good also takes to after it. Okay, good comes with at, it comes with to, it comes with for, it also comes good with. Okay, and so good at, good to, good for, good with. These are 4 fixed preposition in terms of good, which takes to, for, at and with. But in terms of this very question, C is good at mathematics because it is talking about ability. Okay, the question is talking about her ability. That's why she is good at mathematics. Now question number 60. Choose the correct sentence. Here the correct sentence is number B, that is the runner-up was delighted. Why? Because this runner-up is a command noun. It is a command noun, and it should be hyphenated. All right, there is hyphen, look at here. That's why this is correct. Now let's go for reading comprehension. This is our question number 97, very first question from reading comprehension, and our overall passage is all about education. Now the question is, the passage mainly discusses, we have 4 options: the decline of traditional education, the history and transformation of education, the importance of online gaming in learning, and the last one, why ancient education was better. Okay, now let me find out the real answer here. The passage mainly discusses, let me read all those highlighted part. So in order to find out this type of answer, at least you should read the topic sentence of each paragraph. So for this I am going to read. Education has evolved dramatically over the centuries. In ancient times, knowledge was passed down orally from one generation to the next. Similarly, the invention of the printing press in the 15th century was a turning point. Another, in the modern era, education systems have become more inclusive and structured. Another, the 21st century has introduced even more profound changes. All right. And the last one, as we move into the future, the challenge will be to ensure that educational opportunities continue to grow more inclusive, adaptive, and equitable for all learners. Okay, just analyze all these key points. Okay, explore all these highlights, and then you will know that the PEAs is mainly about, the history and transformation of education. Now, in question number 98, second question from reading comprehension. One significant impact of the printing press on education was, let me read 4 options. It discouraged people from reading aloud. It made education less important. It made books more accessible and boosted literacy. It forced students to memorize fact. Which one is, the correct one? Okay, the one significant means very important impact of the printing press on education was, let me, read the highlighted part. Books became more affordable and widely available, paving the way for public education and mass literacy. Okay, this may be resolved, and let me read one, preceding line of it. Preceding line means the invention of the printing press in the 15th century was a turning point. All right, that is a preceding line of it, and the result is books became more affordable and widely available, paving the way for public education and mass literacy. So after reading these 2 very sentences, all right, I come to know that option number C is correct. It made books more accessible and boosted literacy. Yes, this is correct. 99. In modern education, the focus has shifted towards, all right, let me read 4 options. Rote memorization only, strict discipline and control, student-centered learning and critical thinking, limiting accesses to the internet. Let me read this highlighted part. Educational psychology has emphasized the importance of student-centered learning, encouraging critical thinking and creativity over rote, memorization. So, option number C is correct. Student-centered learning and critical thinking. So, in modern education, the focus has shifted towards student-centered learning and critical thinking. The last questions from reading comprehension is, according to the PEAs, online learning platforms. 4 options. The first one is, have replaced schools entirely. Can be useful but may lead to social issues. Make students less creative. Are only helpful for college students. Okay, let's find out which one is true answer. However, look at here. However, these advancements also come with challenges, all right? Not all students have equal access to devices or internet connectivity, and the lack of face-to-face interaction can impact social development and motivation. After reading this one very sentence, we can declare that according to the PEAs, online, learning platforms can be useful but may lead to social issues. This much for today. See you next Saturday.